Hey guys, it's Britt. Today I am here to read some comments from my last video about Without a Crystal Ball. I think that responding to the comments makes an open dialogue. Some of them are funny, some of them are not. So if you're interested, please keep watching. Okay, you guys, so the first thing, I will put a disclaimer. I have mentioned this in other videos as well, but if you're going to come to my channel and leave a comment that is constructive or trying to open up a dialogue with me, maybe you're a fan of the YouTuber that I'm talking about. I'm not even just talking about videos about Katie Joy, I'm talking about any of the ones on Beauty Gurus, Nick Avocado, Trisha Paytas, any of these YouTubers that I give commentary on, even Brooke Houts, even though I think she's a completely lost cause. You know, if you're going to come and say, hey, well, I like this YouTuber, this is why, but I also see the points that you're making, like, we're all entitled to our opinions, I think that it can open up a conversation. However, there have been a few comments, not many, but trying to say that I'm using Katie Joy's name to make money or, you know, get people to watch my videos. My Katie Joy videos do get views, but that is because a lot of people are very curious about her or agree with me in the fact that she is going about a lot of things in the wrong way. You know, not that I need to explain this to anyone, but I have a full-time job. The money that I make from YouTube is minimal, and even the videos that do get a lot of views, I don't make a lot of money off of them. I do not do YouTube for money. My salary at my full-time job pays for all of my bills, all of my living expenses. Everything that I need to pay for in life is covered by my full-time job. YouTube is not my job. I am not making videos just to drum up revenues so that I can pay my rent. That's not the goal here. It most likely never will be because I will always have a full-time job. That's just my game plan. So, do my videos on Katie get a lot of views? Yes, but it's because so many of us are catching on to her antics and want to hear what other people have to say about it. It's the same reason why BX Beast Boy's videos about Katie get good views, or Mysterious T's videos about Katie Joy get a lot of views. You know, even B. Haney, she's a new creator that I stumbled across. Her videos about Katie have gotten really good views, but it is because so many people are, you know, rowing in the same direction as far as this is a creator that needs to be discussed. It needs to be discussed because people who are either supporting her financially by being a member, sending her super chats, or even just watching her videos, or they don't know who she is, they need to be educated on who they are supporting. It's the same reason why people discuss, you know, even more popular people like Jeffree Star, Patrick Star, I just did a video on him, Trisha Paytas, Nick Avocado, all of these people that are talked about in the tea community. It is because, you know, one person is giving an opinion and essentially educating others on, this was my experience and these are things that I want to talk about and this is my channel. And, you know, if you think I'm using her name for views, I don't know what to tell you. Kick rocks. Like, there's, at a certain point, there is no talking to people when they come and express a certain viewpoint. So I don't want to go on and on forever, but I did want to say that, yes, I know that my videos about Katie get good views. It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, I will continue to talk about YouTubers that I want to talk about. This is my channel. I handle my critiques and thoughts on other YouTubers with class and dignity. If I wanted to be mean and just tear someone down, I could, but I don't think that people listen when you just come at a situation and say, well, F this and F that, and this person's stupid. And, you know, you have to come to the table with a certain amount of grace, but you can still deliver a very strong message. I just don't think that coming at it, you know, being hostile is going to get anyone to listen. I'm going to continue to talk about YouTubers. So if you don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you, but I want to read a few comments. So I sorted this by newest first. There are a few of these I haven't even seen yet because I have been cooking dinner and doing things around the house, filming other videos. So Katie Paulson is a journalist the same way that Donald Trump is a politician. She's got a point. Someone else said, I have thought for a few weeks that she is very two-faced, and the more I pay attention, I don't like it. Oh, and she has been so happy lately too. Yeah, I don't think it's any secret that Katie Joy likes to threaten lawsuits on anyone who talks about her. This is the thing. When you decide to become a YouTuber, you're opening yourself up to criticism, and I'm not saying that it's all fair criticism. I think there's a lot of situations where you could say that YouTubers have maybe been picked on, or, you know, people have been just really petty with the stuff that they have to say. But I do think that you do have to be open to a certain amount of criticism if you are going to create yourself a public platform. I don't understand why she thinks that she is off limits when all that she does is exploit families, celebrities, children, you know, victims of really horrible things, monetizes the content, and just delivers the story with no factual evidence and just puts it on her channel. You know, but then if someone comes out with a video criticizing her or questioning, you know, XYZ in certain video, then she's going to sue you. Like, that's just not the way YouTube works. Katie Joy, I hate to break it to you, but you can't just sue people or say you're going to sue people, say that they're against terms of service when it's clearly not. Like, that's another thing. She likes to say terms of service a lot. It's against the terms of service. In my personal opinion, I don't know if Katie Joy has ever read the YouTube terms of service beginning to end, because if she did, then there would probably be about 500 times that she's threatened the terms of service where it would have had no grounds to stand on had she known what the terms of service actually says, which is just hilarious to me. Someone else said, KJ has come up in my suggested videos. I am not subscribed. I've always wondered what kind of a mind can talk shit about others all day and feel good about it. Way to get excited and immersed in the personal lives of others. Seems manic at times. And I think that's the thing. She's definitely not your typical gossip or tea channel, because she is on lives all day. And aside from just researching a story, delivering it, and letting that be the end, she does have a history of going above and beyond, you know, leaking confidential information that she might have access to, or, you know, sharing very personal conversations. And, you know, that's a big problem. Like, if someone trusts you, like, let's use the Janelle Evans or Eason situation where she leaked those private text messages or DMs between her and Janelle. That's just not something that you do. If someone is going through a very hard time in their life, whether that be, you know, experiencing an ED, a loss, going through DV with a spouse, or any kind of issues, if someone comes to you and gives you that information and just needs someone to talk to, whether they're a celebrity or not, I don't care what your level of fame is, you don't just take that and put it out to a public platform like your YouTube channel. I think that is absolutely scummy and ridiculous. I think a lot of the more recent actions that Katie has shown everyone are not going to turn out in her favor. I don't want to speculate too much on what could happen, but I do think that a lot of people are aware that there's too many bad things happening at this point for it to be ignored. So here's one of those comments that I was referring to in the beginning of the video. Steph P said, worry about creating your own content instead of writing off someone else's. You are intentionally behaving a Karen. That was a poorly written sentence. Best wishes always. So Steph, I hate to break it to you, but you know, it seems like a lot of Katie Joy fans, Katie Joy will say something and it's like she's talking in a mirror to herself. And I think that can be applied to her subscribers or her fans as well, because I'm not writing off someone else's, because this is not a Katie Joy channel. I have a few videos about her, but I also have several videos about many other YouTubers, because they are all public figures and open to criticism. You know, these people will come to my channel, they'll see my Katie Joy video in their, you know, in the YouTube algorithm, and they won't even take 5 minutes to look at what other content I make. They will automatically assume, oh, well, this person only makes Katie Joy videos because those are the ones that get the views. Like I said in the beginning of the video, those are the ones that get the views because many people are onto her, they're curious, their eyes are opening, and they want to hear what other people have to say. Welcome to the commentary world. Commentary commentates on other YouTubers. They're all public figures, and Katie Joy is not off limits. So this is another poorly written comment, but I'm going to try to get through it and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. Julie said, you sound like what you are mocking in this video. You are very judgmental, and you need to know there is only one person who can judge people, and that is God himself. Grow up and stop judging and insulting people. I've watched some of your videos, and it seems like you do this often. Not even talk about what you are supposed to. Instead, you're playing God, and you will be judged by God when it's your time, and then you will be judged by God himself. First of all, I'm not being judgmental. I'm sharing my opinion. If I was judging Katie as a person, I would make personal attacks against her appearance, you know, her state of her mental, you know, whatever. There are things where you can commentate and then you can judge. This is another situation where this is someone telling me that I'm judging someone when Katie Joy has hundreds of videos being very, very critical and mean-spirited towards other public figures. I come to the table and I share my opinion. I think I do it with a fair amount of class. You know, do I ramble a little bit too much? Sure. But I don't come out and just cut someone off at the knees. If I wanted to do that, I would. But like I said, I don't think that the message is well received by an audience if you come at it angry and hostile, and especially if you're talking about stuff that doesn't even matter. You know, I don't like all of the God is going to judge you kind of stuff. Like, that to me takes the credibility out of this comment. If she wanted to say something, she could have just said, I think that you're being judgmental. That's it. And the other comment about me mocking in the video, I don't really mock anyone. Sometimes do I, you know, maybe say something in a certain voice because I think it's funny? Sure. But if I wanted to mock Katie Joy, you guys would know exactly what I was doing the entire video. Let's see. Oh, this girl called me a cow. That was funny. She said, I'm not a fan of Without a Crystal Ball. I don't know her, but you are a nasty cow. How about you try looking in the mirror? Bringing another woman down is not becoming, blah, blah, blah. And then tries to say that I deleted negative comments. You guys, there have only been a handful of comments on YouTube, period, that I've deleted. And it's because people have attacked me for basically alleging that I had an ED when I certainly don't. I think that's super distasteful to try to attack someone because of their weight. And that's just disgusting. So I've deleted a couple comments, literally like 2 about that. And then there were a couple where it was just like people flying off the hinges, like F you, F that. Like, that doesn't need to be on my channel because it has no, you know, critical thinking behind it. But I told this girl, I said, I haven't gotten many negative comments because people do not like Katie Joy. Thanks for the engagement on this post. Maybe you should learn some manners. It's not nice to call people cows. And I put the laughing emoji because I'm just like, girl, like, really, what a random, like, I don't know. And then she actually apologized and she said, I'm sorry, I've had a bad day. And instead of saying, well, that's not my fault, or F you, I said, we've all been there. I'm fine with the criticism. Just be nice. Hope you have a better day. And then she apologized again. She said, yes, I'm sorry. You just happened to cop it. And I said, it's all good. Someone said I look like a glazed donut. Someone else said, this is the only anti-Katie Joy video with any valid points. I've watched a few and they did not make any good points. They came off as very whiny and jealous. Thanks for sharing your view. I haven't made my mind up about her channel, trying to keep an open mind. And that's a perfect comment to show, like, okay, well, obviously this person is still a subscriber of Katie, but to come to my channel and listen to my points and my opinion with an open mind and leave a comment like that, I can completely respect that. You know, based on my experience, Katie doesn't have many subscribers that are like that. I think that this is sort of, you know, maybe 1 out of 130,000. Either way, I can appreciate that. She's obviously trying to keep an open mind, but she can see both sides of it. So I think that says a lot. I don't know what other videos she watched where she said they came off as whiny and jealous. I don't know who would actually be jealous of Katie. I don't really understand that part of it. And that's like exactly what I said. I don't want to come off as whiny or hostile or angry. I just want to come at this with a level head. But I will continue talking about YouTubers, and I will continue to deliver my message in the same manner that I have, because I want people to listen. And if people are going to support YouTubers, then just be aware of who you're supporting. Maybe if nobody talked about this, then people would be supporting her and not catch on to, you know, all of the horrible stuff that she's doing. That's just my opinion. That's why the drama community, the tea community, was created, because all of these beauty gurus and popular YouTubers were, you know, skyrocketing to success and actually being really shitty people behind the scenes or on Twitter. And if some of the commentary or drama or whatever channels didn't show this on YouTube, some of those people might have not known, but it allows the subscriber to say, well, I don't like when, you know, a YouTuber that I watch cusses out customers on Twitter, or, you know, like Katie, like exploiting really sensitive subject matters and then calling a child a liar. For me, that's someone that I wouldn't want to be supporting. Fiona said, wow, stop already. Seriously? What's your problem? You're obsessed. People that leave those kind of comments are also the same ones that go to drama channels and say that, like, Peter Mon is obsessed with Jeffree Star. It's like, these people are public figures. People are going to commentate on the situations that they get themselves into. Katie Joy is not off limits. There's a lot of people in the comments really having a lot of problems with her attending to her child. I don't really want, these are all public comments, so if you guys are curious, you can go over and read them. I don't really want to talk about her child because I think that that is, you know, sort of stooping to her level. I do have a problem with it, but I really don't want to speculate on what could be going on. Okay, so this one said, or this person said, don't want to be negative to you, Britt, but can we move on from wasting our time on Katie? I am so over her. Need some unbiased tea about other subjects. And, you know, honestly, if you read this comment, you would swear that I do a Katie video like every other day. And I understand where she's coming from. I'm sure that she probably discovered me because of the first video I did. So she probably hasn't been around to see, you know, a lot of other content from me. And I understand where she's coming from. And I actually responded and I said, I've actually got a new video coming tonight. So this was like a week ago. But I will say, I understand where she's coming from, but I will also always continue to speak on things that are important to me. And I think that discussing the antics of YouTubers and issues surrounding, you know, making people very popular when they are, you know, causing big issues on their channels and exploiting subject matters that they shouldn't be, and not researching the things that they are making public on their YouTube videos. I will always continue to talk about this. Now, I think that I do a decent job of mixing it up, but commentary is something that I've always been really interested in hearing and listening to from other YouTubers. So commentary is always going to be front and center. I understand that maybe people are bored of, hearing about Katie, but it is really important. It's important to, I'm not going to say don't subscribe to this person, go report her channel. I'm not doing any of that because that is what she does to other people and I don't agree with it. But I will say, if you are going to support her, you should be educated and know who you're choosing to support. And even if someone says, oh, well, I'm not a member, I don't give her super chats, even if you're just watching the video, you're giving her AdSense revenue. And that to me is the same thing as sending her a super chat of, $2, $3, $4. So I know some people might not look at it that way, but if you're consistently consuming her content, you are technically supporting her, even though you're not, sending her a super chat or sending her a membership fee. So someone else said, new sub, I really like your points and you are very well spoken. Thank you for that compliment. I watched a video from BX Beast Boy reacting to you and I'm glad to find new creators who have good morals. I was subbed to KJ and I unsubscribed when I saw who she was and how she can't take criticism. She can diss it out, but God forbid anyone say anything about her. And that's the whole problem. I think it all comes down to, a couple things with Katie. It comes down to the, not researching the subjects that you're talking about, exploiting really sensitive things that don't belong on YouTube, monetizing content that shouldn't be monetized, and the relationship between her and her subscribers and her moderators. Now, some new things have come to light. I'm not going to go into detail, but a lot of her moderators have come out and said how they were mistreated. So I think that those are sort of the big groups. But then there's also all these little subcategories of stuff that she does, like the, Twitter rants and taking donations from her subscribers and then ignoring their questions or blocking them. Like, there are so many other subcategories of things that she does wrong. It's a lot. And a lot of people are also sort of on the same page with saying that she is, her videos are low quality and disorganized. Not only are they not researched, but when you watch her videos, it's a lot of ums and hair, playing and not being ready to talk about what she wants to talk about. Like, if you want to be taken seriously, and if you're going to talk about things that are more serious in nature, then I think that there needs to be a certain level of responsibility hand in hand with those things. And I just don't think that she's the person to do that. Well, anyway, I'm not going to read a ton of the comments because some of them are just very repetitive. I think that people that are coming to my channel and watching these videos, we're all pretty much on the same page. And as far as the Katie videos go, I don't want it to be boring or repetitive or anything like that, but this is something that needs to be talked about, because once in a while you do come across a YouTuber where it's like, okay, well, I don't like them, so I'm not going to watch them. But then you also come across some where it's like, what they're doing is wrong and someone needs to talk about this. And that's what commentary, whatever channels are for. Now, I do think that sometimes T channels can reach and, try to make something out of nothing. I think that they are very infamous for that. But the commentary channels that I consume on a normal basis are either sharing their direct experience with creators, or they're actually, coming to the table with facts that can be fact-checked online, whether it was a tweet or, a comment or a video or whatever. So Anyway, I wanted to put this video up for you guys tonight. I hope that you did enjoy it. To anyone thinking that I make Katie videos just to make money, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I get a very good salary from my full-time job, so money that I make on YouTube is minimal and it will never be my full-time gig. So I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave me a like and a comment, and if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.